For the first oddity, we're going to head into Pianta Village, episode 5 or 8. In both of these episodes, there are Pokies located to the left of the starting point. And these Pokies have a very interesting property that many people don't know about. They will either give you 1 or 3 coins, depending on when you kill them. If you kill them right as they spawn, they will always give you 1 coin. But if you wait a second or two after you activate them to jump on them or to ground pound them, then they'll give you 3 coins, which is something that probably people don't really know about, and it's very useful for 100 coins in Pianta Village. Luckily, there's enough coins in this level, especially in episode 5, to make it not really matter, but something very interesting. For the next set of oddities, we're going to head back into Delfino Plaza, which has a lot of really weird properties. The first we're going to look at is a strange slope in the corner near the water in the main area of Delfino Plaza. The slope is invisible and there's not much you can do with it, but it is kind of strange to see Mario walking on essentially nothing. You can also get some weird glitches with Mario's feet where his ankles are broken, and it's kind of unfortunate. Poor Mario. But a much cooler oddity shows up near the Shine Gate. If you notice, sometimes you can't wall kick off the Shine Gate. If you do a single jump or a double jump, you won't get a wall kick. But if you spin jump or triple jump, it'll let you wall jump off it perfectly fine. And if you get a coconut or any other fruit, I got a coconut here, it'll let you wall jump also with just a normal jump or double jump. So what is going on here? Why is these wall jump mechanics so finicky? Well, if you notice, the single and double jump, which don't let us wall kick, are the 2 jumps out of the ones we're testing here that let you ledge grab. Triple jumping and spin jumping don't let you ledge grab, and if you are holding a fruit, you also can't ledge grab. So why are those connected? Well, you can see that the Shine Gate is kind of sloped, and the slope, Mario Sunshine has a property where it checks a few pixels above Mario to see if there's a wall, and if there's not a wall, then he goes into a ledge grab state, where if there's a ledge, he'll ledge grab. But that's only if he's double jumping or single jumping. So if he's double jumping or single jumping, basically the game will stop and check to make sure if there's a wall above, and if there's not, then he'll go into a ledge grab state because it assumes he's at the top. If you run into a wall and there's nothing above you, they assume you're about to ledge grab. But that's not the case here. So it cancels the ledge grab soon enough so where you don't see any animation, and it just doesn't let him wall jump. But it doesn't check that if you're spin jumping, triple jumping, or holding a fruit. There's actually some more shenanigans we can observe near the Shine Gate. Normally, there's no glitchiness near the Shine Gate at all when you backflip or jump across the water like this. But entering a new file, or one that's in any early game state, I haven't looked into exactly how many shines you need, but I believe any state in which Delfino Plaza is dark and you haven't gotten the first few shines, you haven't unlocked Rico or Gelato. There's some camera glitchiness with when you jump across the water here, and usually you have to do a side flip. If you do a spin jump dive or side flip dive, you'll get some slight camera pan up. And I have no clue why this is happening. And there's no real reason to be around here in this early state of the game anyway. So this is probably why this wasn't found in testing. But it's just weird that the beginning state of the game has this strange difference between the normal state of the game. One last glitch in Delfino Plaza that's interesting to mess around with is located right near Pinna. And it's really simple. There's, I believe, a single pixel located right above the water where you can actually grab the ledge inside the wall. And it's something I had never played around with as a kid. I never encountered this, but if you play the game enough, you'll start to encounter weird stuff like this. And it's very curious as to why in a straight wall the polygons aren't aligned quite right here, even though this seems to be the only instance in the game where this is possible. For me, some of the more interesting oddities in this game are the version differences between Japanese and English, or PAL, which is the European version of the game. And there are some major differences, like load times. Japanese has much better load times, which makes it very useful for speedruns. But there's a really strange and subtle difference that you'll find if you go into the pipe near Gelato Beach in Delfino. There's a small hidden area that I had really never played around with, which itself is kind of neat. But you see, I'm on the Japanese version right now, and inside this area is not a flat ground. It's a slippery ground. And it's unlike any other ground as far as I know in the game, because there's no slope, but Mario slides infinitely. And you can water slide infinitely, you can dive, and you'll never stand up like normal if your momentum stops when you're in the middle of a dive. And it's really weird, like it's extremely annoying. Like this room is extremely annoying because you can't really like walk around normally, and I have no idea why this happens, because in the English version it's just flat. There's nothing special about it. And also another weird thing is there's like an invisible wall here that you need a certain amount of speed to go through, to hover through, and it's this whole thing is messed up. Like there's nothing rational about this. This is so messed up. Another small oddity that my friend found was if you are on a any shine select screen in the game, and you do a soft reset by pressing Start, X, and B at the same time on the GameCube controller. This might also work with a normal reset. I don't see why it wouldn't. The first thing that disappears are the shines, and the shines are gone about a few frames earlier than everything else, disappears. And this doesn't really make sense. I just thought it was kind of interesting. But by far my favorite oddity in the game is in the airstrip, the very first section of the game that you go to right away when you start the game. So this is very easy to do. You need no progress. And this involves burying all of the toads and piantas in goop. And this is actually what inspired me to make this video. I was just messing around in airstrip and I was like, the pianta, there's a pianta in the middle that starts off under the goop. And if you spray him, you can rebury him. And I was wondering, could you bury any of the other people in the airstrip? And it turns out, yes, almost all of them. The toads, every single normal toad you can bury in the goop. And the best way to bury them is to dive in the goop near them. And if there's a thick enough thing of goop, you can spread it around. Water slides also work very well. And just using this method, you can pretty easily bury some of the toads and effectively, kill them, I guess. They're dead for now, since Mario's not coming back. Some of them are harder to bury than others, but the yellow, the red, the green, the blue, and the purple toads are all buryable. And so I was wondering, hey, what about Peach? What about Toadsworth? But no matter how much I tried, I could not rebury Peach or Toadsworth. And this must be due to them having slightly different properties, because they actually talk to you, like, without you prompting them. But it doesn't really make sense. Why is Toadsworth why is he so powerful? What makes him so strong? What makes him goop resistant? I don't know. I really wanted to try to bury them. That's really something I wanted to do, but unfortunately it doesn't look possible. And also the pianta, the lady pianta, very close to the goop, I don't think is buryable either. And I tried as much as I could, but I could not get her down. But if you're able to play around with this and get any different results, please let me know. I would love to know if there's any version differences here. If English version doesn't let you do this, I feel like that'd be very strange. Play around with this. I encourage you to play around with this. It's very entertaining trying to kill all these toads. And let me know what you find. And if you find anything interesting, put it in the comments. I'll consider making a part 2 of this, going over some other oddities. And if you have any suggestions for part 2, let me know. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.